everyone, welcome to day 35. Sorry for the interruption for day 34 because of the network issues. No worries, we are on the day 45, so we will make sure that what we covered yesterday, we will continue with that, and also we will let you know that what you have missed out. So first, let's get back to the Jira and check what the task is pending and what need to be done. So we are in the Jira and you can see we are in the API development, and in that comment is on pending and deadline is today. So we will make sure that we do complete this by today and then we will move forward. So let's get back to the code. So in the comment APIs, you can see we have added the code here, and now we have added it as well. So we have added in the post as well. So let's send some of the API calls and test that. So for testing we require BRA token, and for that we require to log in. So let's use the login API first, and before that we need to start the server. So let's start the server. Now it's loading, and by the time you can check it out that I have just added few things, like I have added in the form of item and return these things. So let's see, the server has started. Login first. So your login is there. So now we get this, and we will use this to get the notification API. Again, now we will send. So now you can see we have received the notifications, all the notifications we have. Alright. So we can see notification is received. So our notification API is working, because we know that we haven't tested the notification API as well. So let's create more APIs here. So that is one is the notification post and comment post. So let's try that. That is the post API, and let's say it is notification post. So it will be localhost API/notifications. So we have to save this. Now login doesn't require, so we will remove that. Authorization it requires, so it will require BRA token. Again we will paste that. In body, what we do, we will send some data, and what data it require, based on that we will send. So let's see what the data it requires in the notification to post it. So it doesn't require anything, it's just a message that it taken care of. I hope that will be fine. So let's do the comment API, and so rename it as comment API, because notification post is directly handled by other APIs, and we know that is working because we have posted just now login, and login has been there in notification, right? You can see logged in at it now. So let's see. So we have to see the comment APIs, and we require user ID, post ID, and comment. Authorization it requires from BRA token. In the body, raw JSON. It requires user ID. user id and then post id, then comment. Now in the user id, we require some user id that is creating the comment. So for now, let's get the user id from the database. We are just one user, so let's pick it only. We doesn't have any post, or let me see, is there any post? Yeah, it is there. So let's take this post id. And let's add a comment. This image is from the web. So now let's check, is this the only 3 argument: user id, post id, comment. Now you can see it will add this. So I get some error. You need to verify JWT in request before using this method. Which method? Okay, we missed out this thing. Now again we will send this. Just wait for a minute. This is restarting. The server is restarting. Yeah. So now we are sending request, and now you can see the comment has been posted. And let's see the DB in the comments. There is one comment that has been added. Alright. So to test that it is correct, so let's go to the comment get. We will change the authorization. Sending it. Okay, it is saying that it has some error. Object type comment is not JSON serial eligible. So let's see in the model. So yes, same thing we have to add in the model as well for comment. But instead of that, we have to change all of these things. So I have added this, and the same comment get will work. Object of type JSON is not JSON serializable. So let's note notification APIs. So we have to convert that this way. So again, what we do, similarly, have this. I hope this will work now. Yeah, it worked. Now we get the comment. You can see this. All right. Now we know that the APIs we have made is working, but you have tested it for your own purpose. There are more things that need to be done, and on industrial practice, what we do, we test by creating test cases, because there can be cases like this one you found out through running this, but there can be test cases at the middle of the code it doesn't work, or at some specific condition it doesn't work. So we want to create test cases, and for that what we do testing using using unit testing, and that is done through one of the libraries in Python that is known as PyTest. So let's get back to the website and check what is PyTest, and we will explore more through that. PyTest Python documentation. So now you can see, let's start with the basics. Let's say we don't know anything about PyTest. So for that we have to install that, and this is the function, and we have to write test underscore anything to test any function. Now you're testing it with this, so it must return the same thing. If it doesn't return with the value, it will say false, and now the PyTest will fail or true. We have to run this type of test. So there are multiple examples you can see. Now there can be you can create multiple test cases in single class, and that will help you generate test case failure and successes. So using this simple technique, what we do, so we will create unit testing for every other API's call, like user sign up, user login, user profile, again post, comment, and then notification. All of them will be tested using the PyTest. So we will maintain this, and also there's some industry practice to code. So for that we will also look those things. So in testing, one more thing is there to practice the standard code practices. So let's say one of the basic standard code practices is to find how much our score is there based on some random things, like how we have imported the things, how we have used our line space, how we have used spaces, so how much extra spaces I have used. So for that there is a library known as PyLint. So let me show you that as well. So we will use these two in the upcoming weeks. Now you can see PyLint. PyLint is one of the static code analysis tool. So it helps you to find at how much standard code you have written. So let me show you some basic on my own code. So for that, let me install this PyLint and PyTest both. Alright, so let's wait for a few minutes. It will get downloaded and we will see it. So by the time, let's read about it in the documentation itself. So now it says what differentiate pylint. So it is not about typing, it is about finding the actual structure of the code. So let's say the main import modules is also there is something that need to be structured, like there's something that is basic must be imported first, then the third party import, then the module import. If you don't follow this structure, it loses some scores, and based on that don't you can say that you are not following standard practices. So I hope that is, yeah, now it is installing. So let's see R1 of the application of this only. Does did we followed? So I'm making sure that I have also not followed this standard practice, because you can see this line. So this is imported earlier than this import. So this will create a low score. Similarly, this is imported later on, or this is imported earlier on. Also, this should be imported here, not here. So these are the small things that need to be done at the time of writing the code. We doesn't mind, but that's the standard practice we follow. So let's change it before doing any changes. Now even this simple code, the score could be higher. So what we want, it's a score based on 10. So the higher the score, the better you are. We want 10, but sometimes it doesn't happen. So let's wait for a few minutes. It is adding in the virtual environment. Now it's added, and let's test it. So now it is checking for every line of code, finding extra spaces or anything we have used, checking the imports. Now the first thing you can see, we haven't added the module doc string. So what does that mean? So what does this file do? We don't know. Anyone don't know. One who is reading this file. So where does that come? It comes on the first line of the code. So let's add that. This is the start page of our application that instantiate the Flask application with DB initialization. Now I have added that, but you can see this is the start of our application. That what it does, instantiate Flask application with database initialization, sets routes for APIs. So now you can see the score is 9.60, and just by saving this we increase the score to almost 10. So I guess everything is going fine. Now similarly you can even do for a whole folder. So let's say application is whole module where multiple files are there in multiple structure, and you want to check at one go is that whole folder is you have written in a structure format or not. So we will also see that, and we will look into it in more detail at later stages. So like from tomorrow, what we do, we will make these changes as well. So now you can see it is better. So let's similarly just what we can do, applications. So it will checking every folder and files, how much standard follows. So what we with the remaining time we have for today, what we do, we will set a timeline for testing. So with the testing we will set up those documentation. Okay, we have tested this part, so this must be documented. And then after testing, what we do, we will set up a GitHub. We will see what are the GitHub commands, how to set up GitHub, and how to commit those things. So now you can see the score is pretty low, right? So there are many things that is missing. So it's giving page file by file. So there's a config file, and then we are missing these things. Similarly, model are there we have missing something. And then there is an API part which it is not scanning because it's a folder. So again, for folder we have to go inside that folder. So we will look into that. Or also if you want, so let's first make the timeline for testing in our Jira. So what we do in the testing, we will start with the testing of the user. Then profile, then post, then notifications, then comments, and we will make this as done as a part. That we have completed the API development, but now we will do testing. So we know testing timeline is 21 July, 5 days. So every day we are doing one testing from tomorrow, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Again 1 day margin, and now we will be finished it. By 6th of August, we have too much time. So I hope it will be completed by then, and then we will also start with the integration. Now this is not there, or this is the final testing of application with everything running smoothly. I hope you have enjoyed this session, understanding the basics, how to standardize the code. So thank you for joining. So let's join tomorrow for testing so that we can start our journey of testing. Thank you.